Good afternoon, everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk, and this is Workout Wednesday. Welcome, Heather. All right, you guys. So for today, what we're going to be getting into is a slightly different workout than probably what we're used to for this particular class. What we're going to do is go ahead and tackle two different movements. We're going to go back and forth for 3 rounds, and then we'll move on. So we won't do those movements anymore. We're going to be working for intervals of 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest throughout. We're going to have 3 rounds for each kind of pair of movements. Then we're going to have 3 total sections. So I'm going to go ahead and get into what the movements are, and that might help explain the structure a little bit better. So what we're going to start with here today, guys, is an alternating reverse lunge and a narrow squat. So this is our first pair. What we'll do with some space behind us, plant those feet, step back, let the knee come outside over those outside toes. We're going to load up the hips here. Still want the core to be tight, even if we're not using any kind of exterior loading. Using that hip, driving from those glutes, and kind of leaning forward over that front leg is how we want to do it with the alternating reverse lunge. Next up, we got a narrow squat. So keeping this one from last week, the feet are going to be more narrow, preferably toes pointed straight. More narrow than the hip width here. And what we're doing, we're going down as deep as we can, loading up those quads, and those knees are going to act like similarly charged magnets here. They want to go away from each other. So as we go down, we don't want to feel those knees come together at all. Keep those arches up, knees away from each other. We're loading up the quads there. So we're going to go back and forth between those 2 movements for 3 rounds, then we'll move on. We won't be doing those anymore. So in our second section, we're going to be mainly on the ground. We're going to be doing some pushing and some core. So special combination here today, guys, of push-ups. You guys know I like these. What we're going to be doing is a regular push-up and a seal push-up alternating. So what that's going to look like, we can do this both from that kneeling position with the knees in contact or the toes. Either one is great. We're going to do a regular push-up first, all the way down, all the way up. And then on that second one, to do our seal push-up, we're going to come all the way down, letting our bodies rest on the ground, picking those hands up off the ground for a moment, making contact again, and then pushing ourselves all the way up. So regular push-up, and then the seal push-up all the way down, hands come up, we push ourselves all the way up. We keep alternating as we go through there. So after that, we're going to be doing some dead bug to hollow. We're going to be on our backs for this one, moving those arms and those legs. The key here is to use the core, keeping the back connected to the ground the whole time. Starting with the arms reaching up towards the ceiling, legs bent, and then we're going to take those arms up overhead. We're going to straighten those legs out, come out into a nice hollow position again. The core is what's keeping our spine connected to the ground here. We're just going to go back and forth in between these 2 positions, but if you guys feel like challenging yourselves today, go ahead and hang out in that hollow position for 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 seconds before bringing it in. Really test yourself, test that core today. All right, our last section here, guys. So of those 2 previous ones, the push-up and the dead bug, we're going to do 3 rounds. We'll move on to our last section. So our last section, we're going to be doing some lateral squats. So as opposed to the narrow squats, we want a nice wide stance here. Not the widest stance you can manage, but definitely wide enough that we can still have the feet pointed forward, heel, big toe, little toe on the ground. We're going to bend the knee, come down into that lateral squat by pushing the hips back each side. We're going to alternate, keeping the core nice and tight, chest up. That's how we're going to get through the lateral squat. And then finally, pike push-ups. So we're down on the ground. We pushed ourselves up in that kind of downward dog position. The arms are straight. We're going to bring our heads as close to the ground as we can, then push away using those shoulders, triceps, and lats. Make sure we lock out those arms and those shoulders all the way overhead, you guys. After 3 rounds, then we'll be done with our workout. So shout out to Brittany. She put the workout in the chat if you guys are confused or just want to look at what it looks like on paper, feel free to check out the chat. Let's go ahead and get started though with some warm up. So since we're going to be doing a lot of legs here today, guys, let's go ahead and start by developing a nice air squat stance. So let's screw our legs into the ground. We're spreading the ground apart with our feet here a little bit. Then we can drop those hips down, squeeze those glutes and those quads, come all the way back up. Let's do a few more. Good job here, you guys. Good job. Warming that core up too. This is a nice compound movement where we can really tighten up the core, support the spine here. All right, let's do one more. Big glute squeeze. There we go. Nicely done. All right, dynamic runner stretch coming up next, guys. Let's come to the bottom of our space here today. So we got some room in front of us. What we're going to do is push those hips back. Let the head, the arms hang towards the ground here for a sec. Legs are completely straight. You can feel the hamstring and the low back stretch. From here, if you're not already touching the ground, let's bend those knees. Let's touch the ground here with the hands, and we can slowly start to walk those hands out until we've reached a nice plank position, our push-up starting position. Next up, it's a big lunge with that left foot. So we're trying to take that left foot all the way outside that left hand. Once it's planted there, let's take that left hand, twist, reach up towards the ceiling or sky. We're trying to look past that thumb. Breathe. Try and keep that back leg straight. Big exhales here, guys. All right, let's bring that left hand down. You can take a couple small circles here on the ground with the hips, and then reverse direction. Subtle little circles. We're just opening up those hip joints. Let's bring that left foot back. Core is still tight here. Big lunge with the right foot. That's going to land outside that right hand. All right, from here, we can let that right hand leave the ground. We're going to twist, reach up towards the ceiling or sky. Breathe in this position. Try and keep that back leg straight. All right, on that next exhale, bring that right hand back down to the ground. Small circles on the ground with the hips here. And then we can reverse direction after a couple. Just opening those hips up. All right, keep the core tight. Let's bring that foot back. Push ourselves up in a downward dog here for a moment. Feel this position. And then we can slowly start to walk those hands back in towards the feet. Bend the knees if you have to make it work. We're still in the forward fold. Letting the head and arms hang once again. And then on that next breath, we can slowly start to roll ourselves up. Taking it one vertebra at a time. Nice little shoulder roll at the top there. Well done, everybody. Okay. Got our work cut out for us today here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get the timer set up. Let's make sure we got adequate space and we got water so we can stay hydrated. And we're about to get it going. All right, so still adds up to the usual 18 minutes here, you guys. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds to rest and transition throughout this workout. Starting with the reverse lunge and the narrow squat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are on the clock. So got those feet planted. Alternating reverse lunge. Remember, the stomach is still tight here, even though we're using the legs and the hips. Kind of a slight lean forward over on that front leg, whichever one it is. Just to keep all that weight there in that front leg, that front hip. Good job, guys. Good job. Use that whole foot to grip the ground here. Want to keep those arches up. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's rest for a moment. Good job, you guys. Legs are getting warmed up. All right, next up, it's that narrow squat. Remember, really narrow stance. Toes pointing forward. We got 5 seconds of rest. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Loading those quads up, pushing the knees away from each other. It's okay if we're not getting a lot of depth here, guys. Exercise is not meant to take us super, super deep like we may be able to do with other versions of our squat. We're just trying to load up those quads here, push those knees forward and away from each other over the toes. We're still keeping the core tight here though. Don't get lazy, don't get round through that back. Still squeezing those glutes as we come up to the top. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are resting. Next up, it's our reverse lunges again. As always, guys, as we go through the workout, feel free to grab water, take breaks at any time. Let's get going. Second round of our reverse lunges here. There we go. Try and replace that foot right back in the same spot as the last rep. Loading up those hips here. Want to feel that action driving the muscles around the hips, especially those glutes. Good work, everybody. Good work. We're about 10 seconds out for some rest. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you guys. Good job. Okay. Second round of narrow squats coming up here next. All right, let's develop that stance. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Good job. Core is tight still. Good work. Remember, knees going away from each other a little bit. If you can see your reflection, make sure that those knees are not coming together at all. Well done, you guys. Well done. Big glute squeeze, big quad squeeze at the top. We got 10 seconds. Well done, everybody. Well done. 3, 2, 1. All right, we can rest. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. We got our last round coming up here. So reverse lunge, then the narrow squat for the last time here. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. All right, last time for this reverse lunge. We're still alternating. We're still using our feet to grip that ground, keeping our arches up. Good work, everybody. Good work. Got a solid 15 seconds left here. Remember, we're trying to replace that foot in the same spot it was last time. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, time to rest. Last round of our narrow squats coming up here. Then we're going straight into those regular and seal push-ups. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Narrow squats for the last time. Knees pushing away from each other. Big squeeze through those quads and those glutes as we come all the way up. We want to come all the way up to be standing as tall as we can. Feet flat on the ground. Well done, everybody. Well done. Keep that squeeze going. Good work. There we go. About 10 seconds out. Let's see if we can get a few more in here. Good work. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you guys. Give yourselves a little shake. We got 15 seconds. We're transitioning now into our seal push-ups and the regular push-ups, and then our dead bug to hollow. Let's get ready. Remember, it can be done from the toes or from the knees. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are into it. The heavy pushing section here of the workout, all the way down. Let those hands come up. And we're pushing ourselves all the way up using that chest. Good job, you guys. Good job. Okay to kind of take it real slow in this first round. Just figure out your rhythm. The goal here is not a large quantity, just high quality. We are almost done here with this first round. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, let's rest. We're gonna turn over onto our backs now. Dead bug to hollow coming up next. Let's get ready. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, find that core. Core is gonna connect our back to the ground. Keep it glued there. We're moving the legs and arms away from each other, coming out into this hollow position for a sec. We should feel the core working to keep the back on the ground. Then we can bring those legs and arms back in towards each other. Remember, you guys are the commanders of how much time you spend in that hollow position. Today, we want to challenge ourselves a little bit with this one. See how long you can hang out. Good job, you guys. Good job. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, we can rest those arms and those legs. It's push-ups up next. Great work, everybody. Okay. Round 2 here. We're getting through it. 3, 2, 1. Let's find that good starting position first before we start to move. Then we can move. Where it's one regular push-up. One push-up where we're going all the way to the ground, hand release, and pushing all the way up. Well done, you guys, well done. Remember, if we need to take little breaks, totally okay. Take a couple breaths, then we're right back into it. Going all the way down, all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. All right, let's rest, guys. Dead bug to hollow is coming up next. Reminder to stay hydrated, guys. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get those arms up, those legs up. Our back is connected to the ground through the core. We open up, almost kind of like a big flower into that hollow position. And then we use our core, bringing those arms and legs back to the center. Good job, guys. Good job. Good work, everybody. We got 15 seconds left. Those of you who in my abs and core class yesterday, getting a double dose of the hollow position here this week. It was all for the better. 3, 2, 1. Let's rest those arms, those legs. Good job, guys. Last round of our push-ups and the dead bug to hollow coming up. Over halfway through this workout now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last time we're going to do these kinds of push-ups, guys. We're going to lower yourself all the way down, lift those hands. And we're pushing all the way up. Good work, everybody. Good work. Remember, quality over quantity. Good job, everybody. Good job. I know it's starting to burn. We got less than 15 seconds. We got about 10. Let's keep it going if we can. Just a couple more reps. 3, 2, 1. Good job, everybody. Good job. Shake those arms out. I'm sure they're burning. All right, let's get on our backs. Last about of the dead bug to hollow here. 3, 2, 1. Arms up, legs up. Core is tight, low back glued into the ground. Let's open up. Remember, we want to challenge ourselves a little bit here. So see how long you can hang out there, push yourself a little bit. One more second than you think you can handle. Remember, the strong exhales will help keep all those muscles engaged. Good work, you guys, good work. We're almost done. We got 10 seconds. Let's try and hang out in this hollow position till then. Challenge yourself, come on. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, let's come all the way up onto our feet. Lateral squats are up next. Moving side to side here now. Remember, nice wide stance, nothing too crazy. Toes are still pointed forward, whole foot on the ground. Let's get into it. Bend that knee, push the hips back, keep the chest up. We're squeezing those glutes, pushing away from the ground with that one side. That's how we're coming back to the middle. Good job, you guys. Keep those arches up. Load up that whole leg. We can take it nice and slow going down. Be a little more forceful coming up. Well done, everybody. Well done. We got about 15 seconds left. Shifting all that weight into that one leg. Pushing the earth down and away from us as we come back to the middle. 3, 2, 1. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, it is the pike push-ups coming up next. I know we're probably tired. Arms, shoulders, triceps, they're probably tired. Let's see what we can do here. 3, 2, 1. Find that good starting position first. Find what works. Getting that head as close to the ground as we can. And then pushing away. Shoulders and triceps here mainly. Make sure to lock those arms out overhead. Lock out at those elbows. Good job, everybody. Good job. I know this is the first round here. We got a lot of energy still. Break it up if you need to. We got 15 seconds left. Good job, you guys. Good job. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's rest. Let's stand it up. Good work, everybody. Good work. All right, our lateral squat is coming up. Let's reestablish that stance, toes pointed forward, whole foot on the ground. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sink all the way over, pushing that knee out over the outside of the foot here. We don't want to feel that arch collapse. We don't want to feel like we're loading the knee over the inside of that foot. There we go, guys. Good job. Good job. Getting better with each rep here. Make sure we're getting those glutes involved, you guys. Big glute squeeze every time we come to the middle and bring those hips back under us. Like we're trying to crack open a walnut back there. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, time to rest. We have our second round of the pike push-ups coming up here. We are almost done with this workout. We're within the final 3 minutes here. All right, let's get into those pike push-ups, guys. Quality over quantity. That just means doing 5 and taking a rest. All good. Try and make that rest as minimal as possible, guys. You want to keep it pretty intense here as we're getting close to the end. Don't leave anything on the table. Good work, everybody. Good work. Let's keep working, keep grinding. We are almost done. We're within 10 seconds here. Let's see what we got. The time to see what we are made of. Good work, you guys. 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Beautiful job, you guys. Way to push it there. All right, we are standing up. This is our final 2 minutes, final lateral squat. And then pike push-ups one last time. Here we go. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1. Stance is established. We're loading up one side, pushing the hips back like we were gonna touch a stool. Loading ourselves all the way up, squeezing those glutes when we come back to the middle. Good work, everybody. Good work. Knee is still drifting towards the outside of that foot. Pushing the earth away as we come back to the middle. Core is still tight here, you guys. Good job. Don't get round through the back. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Last glute squeeze, guys. Let's rest for a moment. We got pike push-ups to close it out. This is our final 45-second interval of work. Let's see if we can keep it going the whole time, or as close as we can to the whole time. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are into it. Good job, guys. Good job. Slow and methodical. Don't worry about the clock. Just do as much as you can. Let's push through that burning. Breathe. Lock those arms out. Good job, everybody. Good job. We're getting better here today. We're almost done here, you guys. We got 10 seconds. Let's keep it moving. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, you guys. Great work. We are all done with that workout. Let me stop the timer here. Excellent work, you guys. All right, take a moment. You can come up to standing if you'd like. Let's grab some water. Let's hydrate a little bit. Starting to catch our breath a little bit. All right, we still got a few minutes. Let's cool down. We can get out of here. What we're going to start with today, guys, is we're going to be in a tall kneeling position. So that means both knees are down on the ground. I like this position a lot. It really forces us to use our glutes, get our hips in the right place. So with a nice glute squeeze, we're going to bring those hips under us. Let's take our hands, interlace those fingers behind the back, pull the shoulder blades back and together. What we're going to do is open up the chest here, breathe into that chest. We can start to look up towards the ceiling or sky if it's comfortable on the neck. Good work, you guys. That burning sensation going away. We're slowly just getting some longer exhales in here. Loosening up that chest with our breath. Shoulder blades pulled back and together. Let's do one more big breath. Well done, everyone. All right, we can let those hands go. Shake those arms out a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is the hip flexor stretch. So with one knee down on the ground, we got one leg out in front to support. Got to stretch out these hips after all that good leg stuff. We're going to start by squeezing that back glute. So I got my left knee on the ground. Left glute is going to squeeze super, super hard. I'm going to pull the belly button in towards the spine a little bit. Then we can start to kind of push the hips forward. Now, as we push those hips forward, let's take the upper body with us a little bit. We don't want to be super upright and have a lot of tension dumped into the lower part of our spine. So let's take the tension off that, slight lean forward, belly button pulled in, glutes squeezed. We're feeling a nice stretch here in the front of that hip. Let's breathe into that stretch. We want to feel the tension level change a little bit as we inhale. We want to feel it go up. And then relax, come back down as we exhale. Let's do one more big breath. Well done, you guys. All right, we can shift our way back here now. Let's switch over to the other side. Right knee is down on the ground. Right glute is going to squeeze super hard. Belly button pulled in towards the spine. Pushing the hips forward a little bit, trying to find a medium stretch. Once we do, let's focus on breathing into that area, having all our inhales go into that 10-step area in the front of our hip. Nice long exhales. One more big breath here, you guys. Good work. Nicely done. Now we can shift that weight back. You guys can come out of that 10-step position. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. As far as the live offerings for the rest of the day goes, we got yoga with Janet coming up here momentarily. Stretch break with Brittany, that's at 3 p.m. Zumba with Vardui, that's at 4:30 p.m. And finally, last but not least, mat Pilates with Beth, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. All those times are in Pacific Standard Time, by the way. As always, take care, stay safe out there, you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.